Are we live?
You are now.
We are.
Welcome to Arizona.
Hey, folks, it is Friday night with the Rhotens, and we got some stuff for you tonight. A couple things I want to share and let you know everything out here is going well. Dad and I had a long drive to Phoenix today, about 8 hours of driving, but
Yeah.
we got through it.
I'm tired.
We got through it, but anyway, we'll sleep well
I was
tonight.
thinking coming down the hill,
Hi, Scott.
Golden Valley is not a really gorgeous place, but it sure looked good after you've been on the road for 8 hours. You come and you get home.
Yeah,
Golden Valley looks good.
feels like home. Who's on here?
Bunch of people.
Oh, hey everybody. Okay, so we got a couple things to talk about. When we were on the road today, I got a call from, or I actually called Annette Tucker, and she was having some issues. And my little things tonight are actually both about Annette. So I don't know if Annette is here, but Annette makes some really nice signs. And one of the questions or one of the issues has to do with these signs. So she wrote, I use Minwax polyacrylic clear over my acrylic paint. I wipe it down, then blow it off, and then I tack cloth, and then I blow it off again. Here recently I've been getting these awful looking bubble things. So let me show you what she's referring to. It's like this, her acrylic paint is getting a texture to it. Almost, I wouldn't call that orange peel, but it's kind of like orange peel. It kind of reminds me of that, and that's a term that happens when something in a finish goes wrong. So she's painting these with acrylic, then she's wiping them off, and then she's putting Minwax polyacrylic over the top. So my first question to her, my first thing that I needed to know was she using oil base and oil base, or water base and water base? And they both are water base. So that isn't the issue. And she's been doing this for a while, and all of a sudden now she's getting a little bit of this. She fixed it. She told me how she fixed it. I think she kind of sanded it down and repainted it, and evidently it works. Actually, to be honest with you, I wouldn't mind that that texture. I think it looks kind of cool, actually, but I don't think she cared for it too much. Anyway, we surmised that it may be a change in temperature and humidity, that when she was doing it now is starting to get cooler, and so
Yes, she did, Bull. Bull's here.
hey Bull. So we surmised that and you know what? Sometimes you just can't figure this stuff out. But my guess was it was maybe a humidity and a temperature thing, so an environment thing. But Annette, great looking signs. I really like that. I really like that.
Nice work.
That brown on that natural color. I think
You
looks
went for
really
a lot
cool.
of trouble on that background too.
Yeah, that's what we used to call rosettes. That's what
Yeah.
you used to call rosettes. And I
Or
don't
you just do nothing but just a little circle and then another little circle
yeah,
and another little
you're
circle.
making like little
Yeah.
flowers there,
Takes,
individual. That's a
Takes
lot
a long
of work.
time to do it, but it's very effective.
Yeah, in fact, the thing that what that reminds me of is the old sign carver in Roseville. Roseville custom carved signs.
Right.
That's who you originally saw. He did a lot of that rosette background stuff. But yeah, really, really nice job in that. So I'm hoping that so you know, if you guys run into issues that you've done a process before, but then all of a sudden something's going wrong with it, take in mind the environment, the humidity, the temperature, that kind of stuff, because that stuff all matters when it comes to finishing. Okay, that's that. Oh, we're doing a giveaway. I forgot. There's the giveaway is a double XL red Sawdust Makes Me Happy t-shirt. So we will be giving that away here in a few minutes when we do the trivia question. All right. So the second issue that Annette had is her 611
Pull it a little bit further back to you.
back to me.
Yeah.
Her 611 stopped working. She was carving with it, shut it off to take a break or whatever, came back, and it wouldn't turn on. So we kind of went through a series of things. The first thing I thought was maybe in the old days, and making sure it's unplugged. In the old days, if the brushes weren't making a connection, if there was a bad spot on the top of the armature,
Annette said, "Hey, you talking about me?"
I am talking about you.
So I have to read this to you. Hold on.
Okay.
Tim Forsick said, "I was cutting a sign today and remembered that Eric said he listens to music and relaxes when he cuts signs. For me, I hear Eric in my mind saying, 'Don't forget this, don't forget that.'"
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, Vicky says the same thing all the time. That you hear me in your thoughts. Don't do
Yeah.
this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So, one of the things that Dad taught me early on was that if the armature gets a bad spot on the top on the commutator and there's a gap there and it's not making connection, try just moving the spindle a little bit. Obviously, unplug it first and then plug it back in and try it. See if that works. That used to happen a lot with the Black & Deckers back in the day. I haven't seen that happen on a router in a long time.
Well, the armatures used to go bad on the Black & Deckers
Yeah.
after a year or so. But they were easy to change back in those days.
Yeah. We used to completely replace the brushes, the bearings, the armatures, the fans. Yeah, we used to completely rebuild the old Black & Deckers. These days, it's not worth it. But anyway, so then we talked about the brushes. So what I'm going to attempt to do, and we'll see if this works, I'm going to attempt to show you where the brushes are and how to access them. Now, we did a video that I filmed a long time ago that Dad was in front of the camera.
Scott Christensen, thanks for the visit. Eric and Dave had a good time.
Hey Scott, it was great meeting you, buddy. That was fun. So, yeah, there we go. So this has got short screws in the back side and longer screws in the front side. This one's being ornery. There we go.
She said, Annette said, found them, number 208, and it was the brushes.
It was the brushes. Ah, good. Cool. All right, so if you go and watch video 208, you will see that the brushes sit right in. Let me get something to point with. Ouch, I just jabbed that in my thumb. This is where the brushes sit, and I'm looking at it backwards.
I'm zoomed in on it. So
Okay,
don't move it.
this is where the brushes sit. So this is the electrical connection. So if you want to access those brushes, this spring is a retainer that holds that in place. Where is that thing at? Oh, there it is. So on video 208, and I'll move my hand here in a second. On video 208, Dad pulls that retainer back, and he's using a little Phillips screwdriver, but I found these out there today. And these things, by the way, I bought these at Harbor Freight about a year ago, and I forgot I had them. And then when I was out there messing with this today, I saw that, and I thought, well, that might work pretty well. So now what you can do, now you can access that brush. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to disconnect it. I'm just going to hopefully backwards just work it out. So there's the brush right there. Again, it's connected right here. You can just pull this up and connect it.
And for those of you who think that a brush is just a brush, it's actually a piece of solid carbon.
Carbon, yeah.
It's just, they call it brushes because it brushes on the armature. But it's not really a brush with a whisk on it. It's a solid piece of carbon.
So the electrical connection goes through that piece of carbon, through the, through the wire here. This is a wire, and that's what makes a connection. There's one on this side too, makes a connection and makes it run. And if for whatever reason that brush is not making a good connection, then it won't start, it won't run. Well, I'm glad Annette got that thing going. I'm glad she got it fixed. That's cool. So if you have to do this, and there's probably lots of you out there that have done this, but for brand new people, these little things work pretty well. Now the trick is to put that thing back in place without it springing. I did.
That's what I was going to say. Use the needle nose pliers, open it up, and then just let it go back against the brush.
Yep, there it is.
So if you do it right, it's really fairly easy. If you make a mistake, let that spring go to the wrong spot, then you got to tear the whole thing apart and put it back together again.
Which you did on that.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're real careful, just remembering that this is a coil spring. I'll turn it this way. Oh, did I mess that up? I tried to keep it in the same spot. This is a coil spring, and that's what retains that thing in there. I think we probably ought to order some brushes because those brushes are getting down pretty small.
I think I have some out there.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all there is really to changing the brushes. Now, and Dad showed this on number 208, is that some routers have an access door and the brushes are different. They're the same piece of carbon, but then they have a spring attached to them, so they're spring loaded in themselves, and all you got to do is stick it in the hole and put the cap on, and basically that's it. So this is a little bit more intricate, a little bit more difficult, but once you've done it,
if it doesn't work, once you get the cap off, before you take anything loose, take the air hose and blow it out good, because it may be the switch.
Yeah.
It may be some sawdust in the switch.
Right.
It's just stopping the switch from working. So once you get that cap off, blow it out good, and then try it before you take anything else apart.
Yeah, and of all the things on this router that I don't really like, the switch is not my favorite. I don't really like that switch. But anyway, that's just my personal preference thing. All right, so anyway, then you just put the cap back on, put the long screws in the front, the short screws in the back.
Bruce, not Bruce, sorry Bruce, Bull, he said, did anybody see those little plate thingies Miss Vicky was making with the live edge? I bought one and that thing is freaking neat. The witch loved it. I set my keys on it the other day before I left, and got it cursing. Get him, Tabitha.
All right, that's it. I actually pulled that off. I kind of surprised myself. Never done it like toward the camera like that before. So anyway, that is, but go watch 208. We can only zoom in so far with the iPhone, but 208, I really get in there tight with the camera.
Yes, you saw him, Tessa. I showed you.
Okay, so that's pretty much all I wanted to share for tonight was that. But Annette, I'm glad you got that thing fixed. Did you have to is she still there? Did you have to buy new brushes, or was it just a bad connection? Because sometimes those brushes will get kind of, I don't know, jammed in there or whatever. Sometimes
they get sawdust.
Yeah, sometimes just taking them out and putting them back in.
Slide.
Yeah, sometimes just taking them out and putting them back in like I just did. Sometimes that'll make the difference. So good. Excellent. Good. All right. That's it.
I love my cup. That's my cup of coffee, my coffee cup every morning.
Donald Spicer?
Uh-huh. I love it.
Yep. Okay, so trivia question coming up. So here's what we're going to do. This is the prize. So this is you have to have both parts of this question. You have to answer. There's two answers to the question.
And you have to have them both. Real quick, Bob Bennett says, where do you get the brushes?
Order them online. I think maybe DeWalt.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, DeWalt, probably a DeWalt service center, which there's a lot of them around. But if not, then just go to DeWalt.com and order brushes for.
Andy said Amazon.
Oh, maybe you can. Yeah, I don't know. Probably that. You know what? Probably that replacement parts.
Annette
place.
says she got hers on Amazon.
Yep. Okay.
Real quick, somebody had a question. Bull, Eric, what kind of glue do you use for laminating boards? I'm planning on carving a rocking horse.
Honestly, Tight Bond 2. I used to use the Gorilla Glue that you activate with water, but that stuff's so expensive and it's kind of messy. Just Tight Bond 2 works really good. I've never had that stuff fail. I don't think there's any way it will fail. So yeah, Tight Bond 2 is good. Excellent.
Amazon.
Okay, so here's what you've got to do. Two-part question. I need the actor and the movie. Is it safe? That's all I'm going to say. Ooh.
No answer yet.
This one might be tough to Google. I'm not sure.
Artie Borders said, oh my God, no flipping idea.
Is it safe?
It's got to have both answers, movie and actor that said that.
Good. I love stumping them. It's great. I love it. I love it when can ask a question that they can't just Google.
Ooh, nobody's answering.
Come on, guys.
Part of it. You gotta have both, movie and the actor that said that. Oh, Lori Carey.
Lori.
Laurence Olivia and Marathon Man.
That's exactly
That's
right.
right.
And then right below her was Rob Duerstein answered it. And then
Missed it by
Leonard
that
Davis,
much.
and then Steve in Toronto.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Dustin
Commander
Hoffman,
187 says the Nazi doctor.
the Nazi doctor, and the a bit of trivia in The Boys from Brazil. He played the opposite. He played
He played the Nazi hunter.
He played the Nazi hunter going after Gregory Peck
Yeah.
as Mengele.
Right.
Yeah, it was Laurence Olivier.
Several people answered Marathon Man, but
Yep.
Bull says John Wayne Cowboys.
Missed it by that much, Bull.
All right, write down
anyway.
Lori Carey.
Lori
Yeah.
Carey. Okay, got it. All right, I need a pen. You got a pencil? You don't have a... Oh, you do. Good. All right. Congratulations, Lori. Great job. I had you guys stumped there for a minute. Anyway, as soon as I saw these things today, that I had forgotten I
She
bought them
asked
as
if
soon as
we-
I saw them.
She asked if we could sign her shirt.
Absolutely. We'll sign it. Anyway, you know what, guys? These things might come in really handy. This certainly did for that operation there. I think they were a few bucks at Harbor Freight.
Tessa said that's a good question. It's because I didn't try to come up with it, Tessa. Justin Hellickson said, I Googled it and my phone froze.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a great movie. If you guys haven't seen that movie, oh, it's terrific. That one and The Boys from Brazil, both awesome movies.
I think I've seen them both multiple times.
Oh, yeah. Just amazing, amazing. Great movie.
Gary Litchfield says, I buy those toothpick pieces all the time at Harbor Freight. Use them in all kinds of things.
Yeah, they're really super handy to have. All right, guys, that is it. We are, I think we're going to wrap it up. If we got questions, we'll take questions. If not, we'll let you guys go on with your Friday evening, and
we'll go on with ours.
we'll move on with what we got to do.
Which means night-night time for you, huh?
I believe it's nap time. I didn't get my nap this afternoon.
No.
I had work to do when I got back from Phoenix. I had a bunch of material that I had to get settled and put away, and had some stuff I had to do with it, so I didn't get a chance to get a nap.
You got a lot accomplished
Gary-
though for being
I
on
did.
the road all day.
Yeah, I got a lot of coffee.
Gary Zellner said, when I Googled, is it safe? All it said was no.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's what Dustin
You know
Hoffman
what,
tried to say
Bruce?
too.
Call Eric because I think we got notice of your card cancellation or whatever. So get in touch with Eric on that. He'll take care of it.
Oh, Bruce Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce, I got your email. Yeah. Yeah, get a hold of me.
Stephen Coyne said, what would you charge for that last flag sign you made? Who are you talking to, Stephen?
Are you talking the Freedom Eagle? I don't know if that's the one you're referring to.
Frank says, I let Lori win this week. Does it matter? I had no idea on the answer. LOL.
Good. I like it when not everybody.
In God we trust. Yeah, the eagle.
Yeah, the Freedom Eagle, being as it's super fast to lay out with that layout template, it's just carving. I probably charge $50 for that, 40, $50, something like that.
Hi, Brian. Okay.
Okay, that's it, guys. Tomorrow morning you will see, Lord willing, you'll see Dave's Senior Moments, and then Vicki and I will be live 9 a.m. on Facebook. Senior Moments will be on YouTube here, but Vicki and I will be live on Facebook at 9 a.m. Pacific time right here, and we'll have some stuff for you. So,
Any questions?
anything else?
Bull says everyone says questions to Eric for Dave.
Yes, send me questions for Dave. I'm doing more interviews with him. More questions for Senior Moments and interview questions.
Okay.
Okay, that's it, guys. You guys have a great evening. Have a great weekend. We will see you guys here tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Well, not here, actually over on Facebook. I get confused easily.
And
Anyway,
I'll see you on Senior Moment, and then again next Friday.
okay.
Good night, guys.
Have a great weekend, guys.
night.
Love you. Bye.